Yo, what is happening YouTube? My name is Bevan Howells, I'm one of the Howells brothers, and it is currently, can't see the time, 8:21 in the morning. The parkrun starts at 9, as many of you may know. It's a beautiful morning, the sun's just rising over the sea, so that should be a good one. Parkruns are like my old rugby game, so it's like a bit of nerves, bit of nervous energy around this time, but it's good to get doing something at least. So today now, my previous time was 1932, I think. So today I'm going to try and push it a little bit towards that 19 mark. But we'll see how that goes. Any individuals who have done Puthgall before, they know that there is two relatively decent hills, which does slow you down a little bit. So I'm going to need to take them into consideration. Just go for it. Real hard. Hopefully the hill sprints the other day would have helped. I'm going to warm up before for 15 minutes because, you know, warm-ups are actually beneficial, if you didn't know that already. I shall see you in the parkrun. So just got back from the park run and really chuffed with a 19 flat. That's a 30-second improvement from my last one, which I'm really happy about. Obviously these small wins during the year are really cool, and they keep you obviously motivated for future sessions. So I'm really happy with it. I'll go through a bit of a breakdown now, and then obviously share some of the things that I would have liked to have known before obviously continuing my journey in triathlon. So the first kilometre we went out pretty hard. A number of the individuals in front of me were like sprinting. From that I was like, I'm not sticking with that, and that's probably knowing your own pace. So I didn't sprint off. However, I hit my fastest K, which is 3:37 over the first kilometre, so it's pretty hard. The second and third K reduced a little bit because, if anyone doesn't know, Puthgall, there's some decent hills in the second and third K, so it dropped down to a 3:52 and a 3:56 for those. Which I was comfortable with. The heart rate went up to about 191 and stayed there for the whole race. Then I knew that there was someone in front of me that I could kind of hold on to in terms of sticking with them. So we move on to the fourth and fifth K, where I had a 3:51 split and then a sprint finish of 3:41. And I'd like to share a number of things that I've integrated into my training which have brought about this progression in the first place. So number one, so the first thing which I've noticed a lot over the last couple of weeks is doing those longer efforts of high intensity. So I've been able to include 10k running within my program, which is, for one, giving me confidence running at a higher pace, obviously improve my VO2 max and my lactate threshold. Doing those longer distances, it builds up that resilience to deal with that intensity. It really helps obviously doing a 5k, which is half the distance, half the time, and knowing you've only got to work for 20 minutes, that's quite nice over 40 minutes or an hour, etc. So that's number one. Number two is probably variation of training. So in terms of running, I've kind of focused on this for the last month, particularly over swimming and bike. But I've been able to integrate obviously zone 2 running, which I found a real benefit of. My zone 2 in particular is 130 to about 144. So keeping your heart rate that low over a sustained period of about 30 to 60 minutes has improved my ability, as it's lower intensity, of being able to repeat and do more sessions, but also integrating threshold and tempo sessions where I'm pushing the pace a little bit. I've really seen the value of those sessions. Number three, I've said this in previous videos, is that consistency of training. So I'm not going to bore you in terms of nutrition, recovery, or sleep, and the training on top is around my work commitments has been crucial in hitting PBs quite consistently. Before is definitely the added bonus of having a coach. I've had a coach for the last 2 months now. I've really seen the benefit, obviously from an accountability perspective. The programming is obviously pretty elite, and my knowledge of aerobic sport is pretty limited. I've come from an elite sports performance background, however, my knowledge and understanding of exercise physiology, particularly with aerobic sports, is pretty limited. So being keen to learn and asking questions at regular intervals, obviously on pacing, etc., has been really crucial in terms of progressing my training further. So I'd say that as well. However, I know a number of you may not have coaching, but obviously getting feedback from a number of different individuals that have been involved with that sport for a long period of time is another crucial element. Number 5 would be body composition. So over the last couple of months, when I did my triathlons back in SM, I was 90 kilos. I'm now 85 kilos. I'm obviously a lot lighter, which is making my running more efficient. I'm able to get into positions that I wasn't previously able to. Back then, my muscles were blowing up, obviously with lactic acid. I've lost a lot of lean muscle tissue and a lot of fat. So faster speeds as I'm lighter. And last but not least, is a pretty obvious one in terms of knowledge and understanding of the course. I tend to get to the parkrun nice and early. I park up on the route itself and run the course, obviously looking for cautions like puddles and being comfortable with the course. I think that's really important. It's a process for everyone, whether that's in a rugby match. I'd walk on the field, I'd walk to the other side of the field just to get a feel for the environment I'm in. And I think that's an important part of psychology, is understanding what you're about to do and what you're about to enter in terms of training. So I think that's the last one. But yeah, thanks for watching the video. Tomorrow's session now is a bike ride, so 2 hours and 30 minutes, going about 60k, focused on hills, so that'll be interesting. Please like and subscribe down below, and yeah, nice one.